Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
My goodness, you feel for those people there, the firefighters trying to save the houses, and the fire season hasn't begun here yet. So we're hoping to have another decent fire season.
And stay tuned, because we, of course, forewarn you of all the conditions out there. Our Chief Meteorologist, Alana Brophy. Hi, dear Alana.
Hi, friends. Yeah, we track those fire conditions, but hard to watch that video knowing that many locations in the U.S. not getting a break for fire season. Here we are in February with those crews working so hard. Okay, a little closer to home, we had a quiet day, which was actually a bit of a break because that storm came through and really cooled things off. This is how the day started in the Salt Lake Valley. Thank you, Yolanda, for sharing. It was equally as beautiful on the eastern side of the state from Arches. ABC4.com, an easy way to share your weather photos. If you'd like to send us videos, weather@abc4.com. Great start to the day and turned out to be a nice day. Westerly flow noticeable. Active skies in the Pacific Northwest, but high pressure in control. This flow is going to become a little more southerly as we roll into our Thursday, and that's going to change things up a little bit. But tonight, quiet and a few clouds will start to filter in, so partly cloudy skies. Now, we're going to be ending February, the leap day tomorrow. Happy leap day, telling you early. Hope that you get to enjoy it, but we're going to end it on a dry note. But it was not a dry month. As we look at precipitation totals for some of our major cities, you're going to see above average precip. Salt Lake City topping out as the 5th wettest February on record, getting 3.37 inches. Logan, Provo, Cedar City, and St. George all popping above average for this month as well. Logan, actually the 2nd wettest February on record, and you can see those average numbers, so we soared above that. But what's interesting is that our snowfall in Salt Lake City was way below what we typically get. We had a lot of warm storms this month, those atmospheric river events bringing in valley rain and mountain snow. You can see where we picked up accumulating snow in Salt Lake City for the month of February, coming in at 4.6 inches, but usually we average 11.2. So it was a wet month, but not the typical winter precipitation that we see in the Beehive State. High temperatures today, close to 50 degrees in Salt Lake, and 50 actually is the average for this time of year. Upper 30s in Logan, mid 40s in Provo, 40s on the eastern side of the state, 50s for the I-15 corridor, and 64 in St. George. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, as I mentioned. Those clouds are going to be moving in. Temperatures in the 30s as we get through the overnight. Some areas will be dropping to around freezing, while others stay just a few degrees above it by 9 a.m. Partly cloudy and 41 degrees. Here's a look at the ABC4 studios. 38 right now, and you can see the flag slightly moving. Today was not a blustery day. We actually saw pretty decent peak winds throughout the state. Tomorrow is going to be a different story. We've got already a wind advisory posted for a portion of the West Desert. This is for southwest Utah and parts of Millard and Juab County. A southerly flow will bring gusty conditions, and just because you're not under advisory doesn't mean you won't notice the winds picking up. Anywhere from 25 to 35 miles per hour with gusts up to 60 miles per hour. So in this case, you can see blowing dust, but we also know that this will be in effect until Friday at 11 a.m. Then a high wind watch moves into effect because we will see very gusty conditions Friday and Saturday statewide. Forewarning you now that you're going to notice those strong winds as we get through Friday and Saturday when our next storm moves through. So high pressure is short-lived. We have it for our Thursday, but a small little portion of Cache Valley and the northern portion of the state could see some wet weather as we get late into our Thursday. Here we are by Friday morning, maybe some valley rain, mountain snow. The model seems to love it, and we watch as that fills in for our Friday. Now, because of our mild temperatures, this will start as a valley rain, mountain snow event. We saw this happen on Monday with very mild temperatures and that southerly, southwesterly flow. That does change, though, because the cold front moves in, and this cold front is going to pack a punch. It's organized, it's cold, and it looks like it could pass through Utah anytime between noon and about 6 p.m. on Saturday. You're going to know when it happens because the precipitation will change from rain to snow, and this includes in our valleys as the snow level falls. Looks like some heavier snow potential. Our mountains are going to get another healthy dose of powder, and we have the potential of seeing valley snow with this storm system Saturday into Sunday. So the earlier that front passes, the more snow potential we have. A brand new winter storm watch has been posted for the northern mountains north of I-80 from Thursday evening through Saturday evening. This will likely be upgraded into a winter storm warning as we get through tomorrow. Futurecast snow shows that the potential for snow goes all the way down to Cedar City, includes the eastern side of the state, and loves the mountains in northern Utah, the Wasatch, and the western Uintas. The Wasatch Plateau could get some healthy snow as well. We take the model with a grain of salt, but right now it looks like the moisture potential's there and we get that cold air behind the cold front. Tomorrow, though, above average with the help of those southerly winds. I think 60 could be in the cards for Salt Lake. 40s and 50s for the rest of the Wasatch Front. 40s, 50s, and 60s on the eastern side of the state and 66 in St. George. Whereas you check out the next 7 days, you see wet weather returning to Washington County for the weekend because, yes, it does make it to the southwestern corner of the state, but it will be snow in other locations. As we check the Wasatch Front, we get another drastic drop in temperature Saturday into Sunday as that cold front moves through. That's also when we'll see the rain change to snow and the potential for valley and mountain accumulation is hefty.
Wow.
Here it comes.
Another winter storm. You all wanted that.
Yes.
I thought I heard you talking. This is what we can't wait for.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yes.